All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You don't listen, that's on you. I always say this, the Lord is not losing sleep, because the Lord already predestined who was going to get it and who was not going to get it. So you're not hurting nobody's feelings. You're not getting on nobody's nerves, because remember, the scripture says that we have to tell you that if we don't tell you, y'all's bloods will be on our hands. So when these videos go out, number one, we're being obedient to the Lord for our salvation. And also, he said, give Israel warning from me. So to get on the perspective of you don't listen, that's on you. And also, you have to understand reincarnation, because if anybody asks, like, why would God do that? Why would God do that? People just predestinated for destruction? Yeah, because when you had liberty. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. I was going to get that later, but the Spirit wanted now. So it says, for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thou scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous. All right. So on top of, because the reason that you trodden down his righteous, which is the prophets, because they was telling you about yourself. And you got so angry and you put the prophets to death. Because remember, this word is sharper than any two-edged sword. And said in their heart that there is no God, yeah, and that knowing they must die. So this is all the way back, you could say, in like 480 BC, I want to say. So this is 2,500 years ago. All right. This is in the Medes and the Persian captivity. When you read 2 Esdras 1 and 3, it said that Ezra was in the land of the Medes. All right. So that's between 450 500 BC. So, yeah. And guess what? These same spirits is back. The scripture that we always quote is nothing new under the sun. That's talking about you too. All right. So you always had prophets, and they always been admonishing, which means a stiff warning. All right. And some listened, most didn't. And the ones who didn't, they got judged in that time. And every time you come back, you get judged. All right. And guess what? Say if you didn't get judged, then you preserve for judgment in this generation. Because the Lord's in that same scripture that I'm quoting, Ecclesiastes 3. Matter of fact, let me just get it. Because I love that scripture so much. It really ties in the whole Bible, to be quite frank. That which have been is now. Let's talk about you. Everything. Okay? Nothing new under the sun. And that which is to be have already been. And the Most High require that which is past. So yeah, nobody gets away. That's why Esau, Edom, his destruction is going to be, so great. Because the Lord just tallying up all the things that he have done since he came into power. All right. From the time that he took over the Japheth. All right. The Macedonians. All right. Then from the Macedonians, they became Greeks. But you got to understand that the Lord required that which is past. And every time that you end up being in the power seat, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white people, you have touched the apple of the Lord's eye, and you always went overboard. That's why the scripture says he was a little displeased, but you helped forward the affliction. Zechariah 1 and 15. So yeah, the Lord required that which passed. So nobody gets away with nothing. All right. So the Lord is not losing sleep. He know who is his. And let's read this. But my people would now hearken to my voice, and Israel would none of me. So I gave them up unto their own hearts in lust, and they walked in their own counsel. So when the Lord take away his spirit, he take away his it's another word that I wish I could, oh man, it's another word. But I guess I'm gonna use hedge. But I wanted to use another word. So here's the thing. The Lord he don't tempt you with evil. That's in the book of James. And also the scripture says that he have no need of the sinful man. So the Lord don't make people sin, but he will allow you to be tempted. And if you fall into that temptation, that's on you. Because see, I always say this, the flesh is contrary to the Lord. And it's also, I call it the antenna to Satan and his minions, the demons. That's what they play on. Matter of fact, Apostle Paul said it best in Galatians 5:16. Is it 5:16? Might be 17. Well, I'm going to start from 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, that you should not fulfill the flesh. Fulfill the lust of the flesh. Fulfill the lust of the flesh. Because the flesh is inherently evil. It's wicked. It's contrary to the Lord. All right. So it says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary one to the other, so you cannot do the things that you would. See, we was already set up to fail. We were set up to lose in the flesh. That's why Yahushua had to come and do what he had to do for us to even make it. And he only dealing with the elect on this go around. But all of Israel is going to be saved because of Yahushua. That's why he is meant to be praised. All right. But going back. So I gave them up to their own heart's lusts, and they walked in their own counsels. And look at Israel as a whole today, except for the hopeful elect. All right. The 2/3, look at them. They're walking in their own counsels. Whatever they feel, that's what they do. Okay. Whatever their wicked heart, because we all have that. Whatever their wicked heart, whatever comes to their mind, that's what they do. And that's gospel. So the Lord is not losing sleep. Matter of fact, in the book of Timothy, as you see, people just getting worse and worse. Because the truth is out here. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. So there's so many people out here that have a smartphone and can press record and just spew out their thoughts and their opinions, but they think it's facts. Anybody that have any type of following, all you got to see is subscribers. All you got to see is views, and whatever this ninja or BITCH say. All right. It look like everybody else agree. I'm agreed too. Y'all have a follower mentality. That's why the scripture says, follow not a multitude to do evil. See, y'all don't stand up for nothing. All right. It's whatever feels good to the flesh. It must be right. Like, how many great songs said, if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. So that means that woman have a husband. I don't give a fuck. All right. So whatever the flesh feels, that's what our people go by. To be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. That's Romans 8:5-6. Might be 8-6. But so yeah, and then as I said, evil men and seducers, you got these false prophets out here. So even when it comes to like the ministry, when it comes to, godly conversations, spiritual conversations, as our people call it, you got these Christian pastors, you got these false Hebrew Israelite prophets, which they're not even prophets, but that's why they call false prophets. But whatever, the deceive and the deceivers are his. as I say in Job 12:16. And whoever want to follow them is going to go into the ditch right with them. And that ditch is the grave. All right. So the Lord is not losing sleep. And I can honestly say, just from my experience in life right now, so I'm around people who is still taking trips, still planning trips, still talking about marriage. Like, I'm really around these people. It could be my family, my woman's family. My woman even talk that way. And I'm just laughing to myself because all y'all doing is fulfilling scriptures, eating, drinking, and being merry. The same as the days of Noah should be as the same as the days of the Son of Man. People eating, drinking, and being merry. All right? So that's all y'all doing. And then destruction gonna come, cut all of that eating, drinking, and being merry to a halt. All right? The sown places is suddenly gonna appear unsown. And then what you gonna do? You built your whole life around the flesh. You built your whole life around taking trips and materialistic things. That's what you did. So what are you going to do then? And had to see if that door was locked. Hear my son coming. So it says, for there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. That was back then, is even more hectic now. People don't want to hear about God at all. No, and they definitely don't want to hear about. So you got people who don't even want to hear about Jesus. And Jesus is the most, he is the easiest God to serve, because Jesus love everybody. Jesus don't matter what you do, who you are, Jesus love you. And you got people who don't even want to hear about Jesus. So this world is just straight godless. And that's because the scripture says, as the ruler is, so is the people. That's in Ecclesiasticus 10:1. Might be 10:2. All right. But you can start from 1. Read down to 4. And then the Lord said he's going to put one over the earth that is profitable. That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So, but nothing new under the sun. All that happened is that knowledge increased. So the knowledge of doing wickedness have increased. For the Most High have given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. So yeah, we got the blueprint. We got the word, which tell us what to do and what not to do. But our people don't want to hear it. Remove the Holy One of Israel from before me, as it say in Isaiah 30:11. All right. Cause the Holy One to cease. I don't want to hear that. Here you go. Here you go. Man, can I just live, man? Can I just smoke my weed, man? I don't want to hear that, man. All right. Hey, I'm just trying to help. See, people ain't going to realize that you was trying to help until danger is in front of them and it's too late. So, this is why I started off with the video like the Lord is not losing sleep. This is the last words, and this was written in red. All right. Yahweh Shai, who our Father had made the judge, that's why he's our mediator. This is what he said. He that is unjust, let him be unjust. Lord ain't losing sleep. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. The Lord don't give a damn. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. See, the Lord, listen, if you want to be good or bad, it means nothing to the Lord. At the end of the day, what can you do to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Now, according to the word, you have the elect, which is the 1/3 in the scriptures, and you have the 2/3, which is the unbelieving Israelites. So that is part of the Lord's movie. And all things is going to play out the way that the Lord wants it. And for the ones who can't get this and don't want to get this, the Lord not losing sleep. And for the ones who are, putting a good foot forward in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hey, good for you. That's how the Lord's dealing, man. So if you don't listen, that's on you. Ain't nobody losing no sleep, man. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. And Shalom.